Yeah.
I feel stuck a little bit. I feel like I don't know. I'm ready to make a change, and I want to, but I don't know
Don't know about what.
where I'm going.
Well, maybe that's the journey of it, to figure out where you're going and to define less of it as being stuck and more as you're making a detour towards where you truly want to go.
How do I? I would like to start a business that I love, like I was before, like work for myself, but I want to do something that feels like rewarding. I don't know what that is. I find out.
In the 3D world, that translates to trying out different things to see which one can be a pointer to help you point in one certain direction or give you ideas of what will fulfill you. I think you have the potential to create something rather than mold yourself into something that already exists.
Do something new.
Yes, but do you know who you are and what you want?
I feel like I know who I am, but I don't know what I want.
Don't think too much about what you want. Just do what fulfills you. Practice it starting from each and every moment because it always doesn't have to be something large.
So I like to ask what do you say about it? The purpose of him to come to Earth this time.
To learn about himself from many different angles and to learn how to be himself. Sort of to fit in your own shoes, but these are the shoes that you're going to create on your own. So it's not fitting yourself into a mold. It's more about how you create yourself and how you relate to that.
I feel that he can be someone who is going to help others in many different ways.
Sure.
Let's say one thing that he can do is to help those who had addiction and they want to get out of that. And maybe that's something that he can do. And also, I can maybe do this together with him.
As long as he feels like it's something that really makes him happy and fulfilled on a soul level, that is what's most important.
So, in a way, doing something related to real estate is a kind of fold, like feeding the mold. It's not something new. We're doing any business other people are doing. It's
It
not.
serves its own purpose.
Meaning,
Did it not show you what you don't like? Did it not show you the many different things that will not fulfill you? So why do you define it as being stuck when the entire journey of finding what you really like isn't always about trying or doing things that you might fulfill you, but it's also about finding out things that don't fulfill you.
we cannot know who we are by not knowing who we're not.
Yes, so in a sense, you're not stuck. You've always been progressing.
I guess maybe stuck isn't the right word. I feel like I have been because I realized that I want to make a change. I am making a change, but
Yes.
it's not happening. Like I'm a little bit frustrated because I feel uncomfortable not knowing where I'm going, and also the change hasn't happened yet, right? So it's like I'm like at this job that I don't want to work at, and like it's hard for me to on a day to day basis. Like I have trouble with acknowledging like okay, like this is part of my journey or whatever. It's like if it was up to me, I would just want to leave like right away. You know what I'm saying? But that also doesn't make like that wouldn't be a prudent choice because like I need to work around like the world that we live in a little bit and like be able to support myself and this type of thing. So it's like
Yes.
I like kind of like I basically I would like to bring like my higher power more into the journey on a day basis, even if it's not, even if I'm in like the beginning stages of the transformation. It's hard for me to get out that it's like all for the greater good.
Well, I can just start off by saying that discomfort doesn't mean that it's something you want to escape. It maybe it's just a part of realizing that where you are mentally and the change that is happening within yourself is not reflected in your reality, your physical reality. But it always takes some time to catch up, and that's a lot of people what people are mainly concerned about that in this world. But the thing is to sort of cultivate a sense of patience, because change that happens within it can sometimes allow for, I would define that as a period where things are not progressing or reflecting the change that happened within. But it does take time for it to reflect from the outside. You can try taking action step by step where you can feel like you're empowered. You're making this choice. It's coming from you.
So I'm doing this. I like signed up for this workshop thing I've been doing, and the step that I'm on says I should basically choose. I should basically every day think about what is the simplest thing I can do today that will make tomorrow, make my life better for tomorrow, and it's like a hard question. Basically, I want to simplify my life. I feel like I have like a lot of different things that I feel like I need to work on, and like I need to narrow it down. And like, how can I do that?
Well, what is the thing that you want to do the most from those list of options that you gave yourself? Live for now. You can plan for in a way where it's how do I explain it? Realistic. But to always live in the goals of your future, it already creates a gap between where you're actually living, which is now, versus what hasn't even happened yet, the future. So, what can you do now that makes you feel happy and good and fulfilled and empowered? You may plan something now that will happen in a couple of days.
So you're asking him what excites him the most.
Yes. Where do you feel like is pulling you towards the most? And it's something that's felt and not you're thinking about it. Maybe that's how you can simplify your life. Is most of the time it's an impulse, a pull, and not so much thoughts that when you wrap them up, they give you the most whatever outcome.
So also you're saying that he's thinking a lot.
It's good to think and be rational and be grounded, but do not overdo it. Because what really fulfills you on a deeper level, it's not something you can think about. It's something that you just feel.
I feel like something that makes me feel really good now that I think now that I hear what you're saying. It's like I like it when people can call me like be really vulnerable. That's something that makes me feel really good, and I can just like hold space for them.
And that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Where do you think you can go from there? So many possibilities, so many exciting possibilities. See, that's coming from your heart space.
I also felt that when he was telling me about something he did. I felt that very strongly.
And we feel very happy.
When you say you, we,
We,
is a collective.
I don't have a sense of self like you do, but we can dive deeper into that maybe down the road because it may be important and be of relevance to him.
So there's a reason that I want to ask you that a few days ago I just this idea popped up and I said I need to contact Jacob for him to meet with me. Does that have anything to do with you?
Mm, a lot of things are of natural occurrence when things just line up. Perhaps it is that he was starting to feel like he needed some sort of change that reflected his internal change. And on a soul level, we all heard that. And that's how the physical would start to reflect his internal change. It doesn't always need to happen the way you think it does happen. It happens in the way that is best for him and not so much where he thinks and how he thinks it needs to happen exactly. So be open minded to how things play out.
And see, I did not plan to let him meet with Jessica today at the same time, the same day. It just happened this way. And then I said, okay, so he can do this hypno-channeling to let herself be able to guide him. It just happened this way, but of course, there's a deeper reason behind.
It just happened this way because we're all in tune.
And another thing I want to ask you is, I'm planning. I feel this idea became stronger and stronger that I'm going to this Guatemala retreat center. Let's say at the end of this month, and I asked Jacob if he's interested going with me to do this ayahuasca ceremony. And do you think that's something can benefit him?
If he feels like it's an opportunity for him to try out different pants, why not?
Can you say a little bit more about this? And do you feel
There's
he's
nothing more I can say because it's up to him to choose what he wants to try.